Welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News. The United States this week announced its decision to dispatch what it called a small team of military officers to Nigeria to assist with the country's long-running campaign against terror. Now, the highest echelons of Nigeria's military have in the same breath acknowledged the development. Other than that, however, no one seems to have any further information regarding what form or strategic structure that may be in place for this collaboration to work. Well, now we plan to have a conversation with Major General John Eneche, an Army engineer who served as Director of Media Operations at Defense Headquarters, on the likely impact of the involvement of American forces on the current dynamics of Nigeria's campaign against terror. Good morning, sir, and welcome to the morning show.
Good morning, Adeswa.
Good morning, sir. Now, I would like us to get straight into this. What, in terms of America bringing a small contingency of their military to Nigeria to help with intelligence or training, is this the first time this has happened, and what can Nigerians expect from this new development?
Well, it is not actually really the first time that we have Americans or agencies from there coming to work with us towards operations, but particularly for internal security operations, this is about the first time. I think the first time they came was when they sent the detachments to come train our troops going to Liberia, during the time of General Malu, late General Malu, when he was the chief of army staff. And that's to say that it is not the first time in the recent that we are having a working relationship or strategic partnership towards security challenges, either within or outside the country. However, I will state categorically that this is based on agreement between Nigeria and United States of America. And I expect, and we should expect a lot benefit from it, in the sense that I would say we had been in this situation for over 2 decades, and at the point, it appeared as if we are not making enough effort to tackle it decisively to a reasonable level, such that it will not appear as if we are helpless. And they had to come in. I think that one is a small history. So what do we do? What are they offering? And what are we discussing with them? From the best of my knowledge, what I gathered is we are discussing almost about intelligence gathering and then providing us with necessary intelligence so that we on the ground can use it appropriately and decisively. And I think that is good, because from the bombing of some of the locations against the Lakurawas around Sokoto area, you can see that, or we all saw that, yes, they hit the target. From me, I am rest assured that they hit the target, and then the objective was achieved. And it went a long way in achieving the objective. Why? Because we realized that the group there were dissipated, and that is the impact we are seeing in most parts of the country now, particularly their route from that area through the north central to some place like Benue. So if we now agree with them and support the initiative and the agreement, it is going to go a long way over time to help us. But that does not mean that we should not have our own indigenous initiative to support, to package it up. And that is what some of us are now soliciting, to ensure that as this effort, this partnership is on, we also come with our own indigenous security arrangement package to ensure that we have a total, or good success at the end of the day in the next couple of years. That is the way I see it. It's a lot of good to us as Nigerians.
All right.
In the situation we have found ourselves.
All right, Major General, thank you for breaking it down for us. But I have 2 questions for you, sir. First is to revisit the part of the first question that Adeswa asked, which is to clearly clarify if this is the very first time that we will have American boots on the ground in Nigeria. American soldiers, boots on the ground. I would like you to clarify that maybe in the past, if we have had mercenaries that are, related to other nationalities like America, like Russia, fighting some form of wars against terror with us. But will this be the first time ever that we will actually, have American soldiers? We don't know the numbers yet. We don't know, how far-reaching it will go, but at least we know that there's a deployment. So I would like you to clarify that. The second part of the question will be, is there a flip side to this arrangement with the Americans? A lot of people are saying that, does it not look as if ever since the Christmas Day bombing, that it looks like there is an escalation of attacks on Nigeria in practically, in different parts of the country, in Kaduna, in Borno, now in Kwara. You see what has happened in Kwara, close to 200 people from what we are hearing, no confirmation yet, but hundreds of people as we are hearing. Does it have anything to do with the fact that the Americans are increasingly interested in protecting us?
To your first question, I would say categorically, based on my knowledge of military history, which I studied and I taught at the various institutions, National Defense College and Army War College, Nigeria. And my experience, this is the first time that I can say in practical terms, we have America troops on ground, boots in Nigeria. This is the first time. That one, I think it answers it. There has never been a time, to the best of my military knowledge and experience throughout my active service of about 35 years, none. But that notwithstanding, I will say that there have been exchanges, they will come, but no boots on the ground to come and aid, support, either diplomatically, bilaterally, or by way of cooperation in the area of operation. Now, secondly, you asked about, is there an escalation? Of course, something appears like that, because it is a network. And these are people that work together. When you affect one, you affect the other. And it's like busting an anthill. When the Minister of Defense, not the Minister of Defense, when the Chief of Defense, then the Minister of Defense, General Musa, was talking about Lakurawa, I think about a year ago, when they had the intelligence, just like we took the issue of Boko Haram lightly about 20 years ago, and the thing now built up, the team built up, and as they build up, they have linkages. Let me give us an instance. We have a small operation in my area now, in Benue State, Orokam side, where we also will have been engaged in this for these people. And when some of them were captured, one confessed that they have linkages with the ones in Plateau State. They have linkages, and they asked him, he was arrested, he was captured, and he said, we have been looking for you, where were you for this last couple of weeks or months, that he went to fight in what? In Plateau State to join his people there. What I'm saying here is that they have a network unknown to ordinary Nigerians, ordinary people, and it is a very, very bad thing that we need to face and tackle, squarely. So I can say that the escalation you are seeing, the people in Sokoto area will be decimated. The ones in northeast will react. The ones in north central will react. That is what you are seeing. And there are people that have zeroed their mind. They have made up their mind that they are ready to die for their wicked cause. So that's what we are seeing. Then in Moro, you can see that Moro is like a repeating decimal in Kwara State. And that is why my team and my company, we are now advocating for total coverage of the Nigerian geospatial space. That we can come to that later. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes.
I'd like you to speak a little bit more about these terror networks. We've seen that there is a proliferation of terror and different terror groups. One day we hear it's Lakurawa, the next we hear it's Boko Haram, the next is ISWAP, the next is Mahmouda. They have different names, but it seems that they might be different branches of the same tree. So please, can you speak to us a little bit about the terror networks that operate across Nigeria?
Hello. I want to even let us know that some don't even have names now. They are like sleeper cells. All they believe and they are sleeper cells that operate with the same focus, the same ideology. So if you want to name them now, I can say it's Legion. Smaller groups that are coming up because first and foremost, according to their beliefs, that we are not agreeing with us, that they are pursuing somebody, one religion or the other, too. But the idea is like wanting to subject constituted authorities, legal government, constituted authorities, democratic governments to their authority, which is not done and it can never be done anywhere. They believe in it and they think, I don't know where they have their negative conviction that they can achieve it. Then secondly, it has become a merchandise. It has become something that, money-making venture for them. So that is why you have them. They don't have names now. That's what I can tell Nigerians. Otherwise, if you come to Maglabili or Rockham, they have a group. The ones we captured on the 19th of this month, they said they are even intermarrying with our people. They are even intermarrying with our people in the village. The same thing, even if you talk about the southeast, talk about the Kwara area, the southwest, it has gone beyond now isolating them, localizing them, that this is group 1, group 2, they are here and there. So that is what I want to bring to the knowledge of Nigerians. And that is why we all must work assiduously. Whatever you have to bring to the table by way of information, bring it. Is it a strategy? Is it a package, like I'm packaging something? Bring it to the table. Otherwise, this will become like a viral monster. Already it's a monster, it becomes a virus that will be difficult to contain even for our children. Thank you.
All right. When you say it's already like a monster, I would like you to look at it from this aspect, particularly from the lives of officers of the Nigerian Army that are being lost on a daily basis. There's a school of thought that says that outside of the Civil War, that the number of army officers that Nigeria has lost in the last 15 years. Can you hear me, Major General? Did you get the question? All right. Apparently, we couldn't reconnect with Major General John Eneche, and we will have to end the interview there. I'm sure that some other time we will get the general to return and speak to us on what is happening.